Let's take a look and discover together these forgotten objects in every kitchen from the past. Ready? Do you remember when Formica countertops were everywhere in kitchens across the country? The years following the war brought about the golden age of Formica, registered trademark laminate, as kitchens became the hub for family meals and social gatherings. Suburban living revolved around the home, with the primary role of the housewife being the chief cleaner. These countertops were made of a durable and easy-to-clean laminate material that came in all sorts of bright colors and patterns. Just imagine countertops in bright turquoise, pink, or sunny yellow hues. They totally changed the way kitchens looked with their cheap, stylish, and practical surfaces. That style gave 1950s kitchens their special look. Nowadays, nothing brings back the nostalgia of the 1950s like mint green Formica countertops. From accent walls to tabletops, they added a fun touch to mid-century kitchen design. Formica is still used, but as technology has improved over the years, more people are choosing to invest in long-term solutions with more durable countertop materials like granite. If you ask me, there's still something special about the charm of Formica countertops. Don't you agree? Back in the old days, in those vintage houses, there were these neat things called dumbwaiters. They weren't for people, though. They were like little elevators for moving stuff between floors. Imagine a small elevator quietly moving food, dishes, and things up and down the house. They were really handy for big houses with many floors, or if the kitchen and dining room were on different levels. And they could do more than just carry meals. You could use them for laundry or trash too. They added a nice touch to any home. If you're lucky to have grown up in an old house, you might remember fun things like a hand-cranked dumbwaiter that was just part of everyday life when you were a kid. So, what do you think? Should they bring them back for modern houses with lots of floors? Let me know. Just think. No more heavy lifting up and down stairs. A once beloved feature of American kitchens, Jello molds have since faded into obscurity. These iconic kitchen tools were a common sight in households from the 1950s to the 1980s, adding a touch of whimsy to dessert presentations. Crafted in various shapes and sizes, Jello molds allowed homemakers to create gelatin desserts that captivated both the eyes and the taste buds. Often adorned with fruit, candies, or even vegetables suspended in colorful gelatin, these molds were a symbol of creativity and culinary flair. Now imagine a dinner table adorned with a shimmering rainbow of gelatin desserts, layers of vibrant colors encapsulated fruits, candies, and sometimes even vegetables suspended in a translucent embrace. And all of this kept as bright and shiny as ever thanks to Mom's special secret twinkle, which made the copper molds gleam like new. You can often find Jello molds sitting around in thrift stores or hiding in attics, serving as nostalgic reminders of a past era in American cooking. Although these desserts appeared in ads and cookbooks, people had different opinions about them. Some thought they were tasty, while others didn't find them appealing. Did you like them? Vintage trash compactors were once a common feature in kitchens. They were designed to reduce the volume of household waste, especially food scraps and packaging, by compressing it into smaller, more manageable bundles. It was so exciting to crush things in there. Typically installed beneath countertops or as standalone units, electric garbage compactors operated with a simple push-button mechanism. They were praised for their ability to save space, reduce odors, and minimize the frequency of trips to the outside trash bins. Yet, their popularity has decreased lately because of worries about how compacting trash affects the environment and the increase in recycling and composting for better waste management. Though some people still have trash compactors at home, they're not as common as they used to be. And let me tell you, if you had one of those in the 70s and 80s, you were definitely living the good life. Let's talk about bread boxes. Remember those boxes we used to have in our kitchens for keeping bread fresh? You'd put your bread inside and it would stay soft and yummy for days. In the 1950s, lots of families baked their own bread at home. For those who remember, the bread box is a symbol of that time when bread was super important and had its own special spot in the kitchen. And don't forget about the breadboard. It was like a table you could pull out from the counter to roll out and knead dough. So useful. These large planks of wood that you could pull out from the top of a cabinet were helpful for using as extra kitchen space. Now let's think back to that iconic question. Is it bigger than a bread box? Well, it became iconic thanks to a TV host named Steve Allen. He was the original host of a popular show called What's My Line back in the 1950s and 1960s. In this show, guests had to guess the occupation or identity of a mystery guest by asking yes or no questions. Over time, this question became a trademark of the show and a popular expression in American pop culture.
Is this thing bigger than a bread box?
And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Have you seen these tools? Which one did you find in your drawer? Back when people didn't have those stand mixers, kitchens across the United States used manual hand mixers instead. The first manual mixers were invented in the 1850s. Initially, hand crank mixers were seen as the best and very versatile. Their design has changed over time, with different shapes for different jobs. Just imagine a strong handle that might be a bit old from being used a lot, and these little spinning things that mix stuff up as you turn the handle. They'd hear the metal clinking against the bowl, and they knew they were doing it right. These hand mixers weren't just tools. They showed how much people cared about cooking. They'd have to put some muscle into it, mixing up cake batter or making whipped cream for a yummy dessert. It was hard work, but it was worth it because the cakes and pastries they made were so tasty. It's funny how something as simple as a hand mixer could make people so happy. But that's what's great about it, right? Even though everything's fancy now, there's something special about doing things the old way. Does anyone else remember those days? Butter molds were a charming addition to kitchens of yesteryear, adding a touch of elegance to the dining table. These molds were used to shape butter into decorative forms, often featuring intricate designs or patterns. Back in the day, homemakers would fill these molds with freshly churned butter, pressing it firmly to take on the shape of the mold. Once set, the molded butter would be carefully removed and placed on a serving dish, adding a delightful visual appeal to meals. Butter molds were not just about aesthetics, they also served a practical purpose. By shaping butter into uniform shapes, they made it easier to portion and serve, especially during formal dinners or gatherings. While butter molds may not be as common in modern kitchens, they still hold a nostalgic charm for those who appreciate traditional cooking methods and vintage decor. Have you ever seen this in old houses? Did this transport you back in time? In homes across the decades, linoleum has been a trusted companion, providing both durability and style to living spaces. Let's dive into the story of this versatile flooring material. In the early days of linoleum, it was celebrated for its practicality and affordability. Developed in the mid-19th century, linoleum quickly gained popularity as an alternative to traditional flooring materials, such as wood or tile. Its composition of linseed oil, cork dust, and natural resins made it resilient and easy to maintain. Its versatility allowed for a wide range of designs and patterns, from simple, solid colors to intricate geometric motifs. Whether in kitchens, bathrooms, or hallways, linoleum brought a touch of style and comfort to every room it graced. Despite its durability, linoleum faced challenges from emerging flooring materials like vinyl and laminate. However, ongoing innovations in manufacturing processes and design techniques kept linoleum relevant in the ever-changing world of interior design. I've always been a fan of linoleum flooring because, unlike wood or tile floors, if there's a spill, you can clean it up with no problem. Let's uncover the fascinating story behind these iconic containers that have revolutionized the way people store and preserve food. Invented by Earl Tupper in the 1940s, these airtight plastic containers made from durable polyethylene were a game-changer in kitchen storage. During the post-World War II era, these containers soared in popularity. Their innovative burping seal mechanism kept food fresh and prevented spills, making them a household essential. Tupperware parties, hosted by enthusiastic representatives, became a cultural phenomenon, bringing people together to socialize and purchase these convenient kitchen essentials. This invention had a profound impact on household dynamics, providing homemakers with a convenient solution for storing leftovers and meal prep, while maximizing storage space in kitchens of all sizes. Today, these versatile containers remain a staple in kitchens worldwide. Their durability, versatility, and commitment to sustainability have ensured their continued relevance. With a wide range of shapes, sizes, and colors available, they continue to adapt to the evolving needs of consumers, maintaining their status as beloved household essentials. Back in the middle of the 20th century, mounted can openers were common tools in kitchens. These can openers were fixed onto kitchen walls and were really important for everyday cooking. But as kitchen tools improved, we found other can openers that were easier to use and move around. Now you don't see wall-mounted can openers very often. They remind us of a time when kitchens were all about simplicity and efficiency. With just a simple turn of the handle, you could effortlessly open cans of all sizes, from small tomato cans to larger soup cans. It was a convenience that many people enjoyed at a time when cans were commonly used for food. Some people even had those electric ones. Who else recalls the gratifying pop of a can being smoothly opened by one of these? Thanks for watching.